Hey guys, welcome back. This is my Utopia combo video. So, as you can see by our screen here, we got a 2-card combo with Ascended Sage and Aratama. So, let's get started. First, because we control no cards on our fields, we can special summon out Ascended Sage in defense position. Then, we're going to normal summon Aratama, activate the effect of Aratama to add a spirit monster from our deck to our hand, adding Sakitama. Then we're going to use Sakitama's effect to reveal it in our hand and immediately proceed to normal summon it. Then overlay Sakitama and Aratama, exceeds into Utopic Sage, which is right here. Activate the effect of Sage, so detach 2 materials from this card to special summon a ZS or ZW monster from your deck to your field. Note that for the rest of the turn you can only attack with number monsters, and you do get Exceeds locked, but if you're going first that doesn't really matter. So we're going to special summon out ZS Arm Sage, and with that we're going to use Sage to overlay into the Exceeds Armor Fortress. Activate the effect of Exceeds Armor Fortress to detach 1 and add a Armored Exceeds card from our deck to our hand. We're going to add Full Armor Exceeds. Then we'll overlay Ascended and Arm Sage and Exceed summon out Utopia, the base form. You could also summon Utopia double, but for the sake of this combo, let's just summon base form Utopia. So Utopia gains the effects whenever Ascended Sage and Arm Sage are used. So Arm Sage adds a ZW monster from your deck to your hand, while ZS Ascended Sage adds a rank up magic normal spell from your deck to your hand. So Chainlink 1 Ascended Sage to add a rank up, Chainlink 2 to add a ZW monster from your deck to your hand. That way we can chain block against Ash Blossom to guarantee our search for the rank up magic spell. So let's go on ahead and add ZW Tornado Bringer, as well as the Hyper Rank Up Magic Force. Next, we're going to use Utopia to go into Utopia Prime. This way, when we summon Utopia Dragonar, we have 4 Exceeds materials underneath it. So we'll play the Hyper Rank Up, overlay into the number 99 Utopia Dragonar in attack position. Afterwards, we'll activate ZW Tornado Bringer in our hand to equip itself to Utopia Dragonar. And ZW Tornado Bringer, the equipped monster, gains 1300 attack, putting us at a really strong 4300 attack point boss monster. Next up, we'll activate Dragonar's effect, which is detach 2 materials from this card, special summon from your extra deck 1 number monster that has a number between 1 and 100 in its name. It's also treated as an Exceed summon. So we're going to Exceed summon out Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray, so this card is always treated as number Chaos 39 Utopia Ray. Next up, because this card was Exceed summoned off a effect of a ranked 9 or higher Utopia or Utopic monster, we can activate our rank up magic spell in the graveyard to attach itself to Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. Next up, we activate Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray's effect. What it does is that it equips 1 ZW monster from your deck or extra deck. And this effect and activation cannot be negated. So we're gonna go ahead and detach the material and equip ZW Pegasus Twin Saber. Pegasus Twin Saber's effect is that the equipped monster gains 1000 additional attack, so this puts our Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray at 3500. On top of that, the great thing about Pegasus Twin Saber is that once per turn, while this card is equipped to a monster, you can negate a monster effect activated on your opponent's field. This negates a monster effect as it's resolving. It does not start or contribute to a chain, so it's an excellent monster negate. Next up, we're just going to set our full armored Exceeds that we searched off of Exceed Armor Fortress. And we're just going to end our turn. Now, here's the good part. When it's our opponent's turn, so in the draw phase or standby phase, we're going to Chainlink 1, number 99 Utopia Dragonar, so detach 2 material for tossed. Then we're going to chainlink 2 Full Armored Xyz. And what Full Armored Xyz does is, if an Xyz monster is on the field, immediately after this effect resolves, Xyz summon 1 Xyz monster using monsters you control. So as the chain resolves, Full Armored Xyz will resolve first. So we're going to use Xyz Armored Fortress to go into Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer, which Dark Knight Lancer's continuous effect is that it gains 300 attack for each material and equip card it has. So as a default, it'll go up to 3100 attack points. Now Chainlink 1, Dragonar's effect resolves and will Xyz summon a number monster with number 1 and 100 between its name. So we are going to Xyz summon out number 38, Hope Harboring Dragon, Titanic Galaxy, which is our spell negate. And because it was Xyz summon off of Dragonar's effect, we can trigger our hyper rank up Magic Force in the grave to attach as material. So, with that having said, let's assume that our opponent normal summons or special summons a monster. On this successful summon, we're going to immediately trigger Full Armored Xyz in our graveyard to banish it. And you can banish this card from your grave, target 1 Xyz monster you control, equip 1 other Xyz monster from your face-up field or graveyard to that monster as an equip spell with the following effects. The equipped monster gains attack equal to this card's attack, and if the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, destroy this card instead. So we're going to target in our grave Utopia Prime and equip it to Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer. Dark Knight Lancer's attack points go up by 2510 because Utopia Prime has 2510 attack points. Therefore, Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer has 5610 attack. The great thing is that after Full Armored Xyz resolves, you can immediately trigger Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer's effect, where once per turn, if an equipped card becomes equipped to a monster you control, you can attach 1 monster your opponent controls to this card as material. So not only do you get non-targeting spot removal on your opponent's turn, but it also Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer also gains an additional 300 attack, putting it at 5910 attack points. So, to summarize, you have a spell negate, which is Hope Harbinger, a quick effect targeting on-field monster negate from ultimately a Utopia Ray. It also permanently negates the attack points, as well as a monster negate that negates at the resolution of the effect, and a absorption. So all in all, you have 4 different forms of interruption. On top of that, if you had, open hand traps, that's even more. So that concludes our full combo. Alrighty, so this is combo number 2, which will showcase more of the Onomat engine that we run. So we're going to showcase a 2-card combo with Onomatopera, as well as Dodo Dwarf, Go 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 Glove. Let's begin. First, we'll activate the effect of Onomatopera. So we send 1 card from our hand to the graveyard so that we can add up to 2 of these monsters from our decks. However, we cannot add 2 from the same category. So we're going to send Dodo Dwarf, Go 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 Glove to the graveyard to search out Zubaba Bancho, Gagaga Coat, as well as Utopic Onomatopoeia. Now, if you read the effect of Utopic Onomatopoeia, you'll see that it says that this card is always treated as a Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogogo, and Dodo card. So we're going to normal summon Utopic Onomatopoeia. Activate the effect of Zubaba Bancho, Gagaga Coat, where if we control a Zubaba or Gagaga monster except Zubaba Bancho, Gagaga Coat while this card is in your hand, you can special summon this card. Next, because Utopic Onomatopoeia counts as a Go-Go or Dodo card, we can activate in our graveyard Dodo Dwarf Go-Go Gloves effect to special summon itself from the grave. We're gonna special summon it in defense mode. Next, we're going to proceed to overlay Dodo Dwarf and Utopic Onomatopoeia into ZS Utopic Sage into our extra monster zone. We'll activate the effect of Sage. By detaching 2, we can special summon out a ZS or ZW monster from our deck to the field. So, we're going to summon out ZS Ascended Sage because he is our primary method of searching the rank up magic spell card that we need to go into Dragonar. We'll activate Zubaba Bancho Gaga Coat's effect to target a Go-Go or Dodo monster in our grave and special summon it. Also, by doing so, we cannot summon anything else from the extra deck except Xyz monsters. So, we're going to target Utopic Onomatopoeia and special summon it in defense. Next, we're going to use Sage as material and summon out Xyz Armor Fortress. We'll activate Xyz Armor Fortress, detach 1 card to add a Armored Xyz card from our deck to our hand. So we'll add full Armored Xyz. Next, we're going to proceed to overlay Utopic Onomatopoeia as well as ZS Ascended Sage into base form number 39 Utopia. We'll activate Utopia's newly gained effect from Ascended Sage to search for the rank up magic normal spell in our deck. We'll add the rank up magic. Then we'll use base form Utopia as material to go into number shining 39 Utopia Prime. We'll activate the hyper rank up magic to go into our number 99 Dragonar. Utopia Dragonar, my apologies. There we go. And then we'll activate Dragonar's effect to detach 2 cards, 2 material to Xyz summon a number monster in our extra deck that has a number between 1 and 100 in its name. Unlike the previous combo, this time we're going to summon out number 4, Stealth Kraken, in attack mode. Stealth Kraken is an excellent card because all face-up monsters on the field become water, so if your opponent is playing elemental heavy decks, then this may disrupt some of their plays. On top of that, once per turn during the main phase, you can destroy 1 water monster your opponent controls, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attack it had on the field, and this is also non-targeting. Next, we'll set the full Armored Xyz and end our turn. During our opponent's turn, whether it be their draw phase or standby phase, or really whenever, but it's preferred to do it during the draw phase or standby, we're going to Chainlink 1 Utopia Dragonar effect, so detach 2 for toss, Chainlink 2 full Armored Xyz, so that we can Xyz summon a monster immediately after this card resolves. We'll use Xyz Armored Fortress, going into full armor Dark Knight Lancer, and just like the previous combo, we know that this card gains 300 attack for each material and equip card that it has. So his attack goes up to 3100. Now Chainlink 1 resolves with Dragonar, and we're going to Xyz summon out number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy, which as a reminder is our spell negate. So because this card was Xyz summoned off of number 99 Utopia Dragonar's effect, we can actually trigger our hyper rank up magic spell in our graveyard to attach it as material. So there we go. Now let's say, just like the previous combo, your opponent successfully normal or special summons a monster onto the field. We're going to activate full Armored Xyz in our grave, banishing it, target 1 Xyz monster on the field or grave, but we're always going to target an Xyz monster in our grave and equip it to an Xyz monster that we control. So we'll equip number S39 Utopia Prime to full armor Dark Knight Lancer, and Dark Knight Lancer gains the attack of the equip card as per the instructions of full armored Xyz. So his attack goes up to 5610 attack. Next, as the chain finally as this card resolves, you can immediately trigger full armor Dark Knight Lancer's effect to absorb an opponent's monster, attach it as material, and the attack goes up by an additional 300 attack points. So this board, you will have a spell negate, a monster absorption, as well as a burn effect slash pop quick effect, as well as kind of an elemental floodgate. Now, while you might have less negates as compared to the first board, you do have a bit more follow-up ready, because assuming that you protect Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat with the battle effects of Utopia Dragonar, as well as number 38 Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy, you can actually use Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat's graveyard effect during your turn to special out Utopic Onomatopoeia and go into another Xyz monster for some Xyz play, whether it be the Utopia double OTK, or if you want to use the number 39 Utopia Rising to bring back a previously destroyed Xyz monster in your graveyard. So yeah, a bit of recursion as well as a alternative way to build your board. So yeah guys, that concludes our combo video. There are probably a lot more combos, but for the sake of the length of the video, I think for now just showcasing 2 combos is sufficient. But let me know if you guys want to see some more. Thank you.